fire him?
What?
Did you fire him?
What do you want, Chad?
You asked me to wait in the hall.
Yeah.
00, secret stuff.
What's this?
Soy decaf.
So it is.
What you asked for?
You know your Uncle Will?
You could say that.
What kind of man does he strike you as?
I guess that depends on who you ask. But if you want to know who he's going to side with, you or the poster boy for right-wing politics, I tell you to start updating your resume.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You going to run it?
I don't know.
I think you do.
Don't push it.
How does it work?
Sorry?
How does it work? What goes on the air?
Jesus, I don't know, a number of things.
What CNN runs with?
Sometimes. Sometimes it's what CNN's not.
On the 9.
Yes, on the 9.
Bet you. Most mornings, you listen to the radio on the way in and run with it from there. Bet most of the time they're getting it from one of the 24-hour broadcasts who, no doubt, are just getting it from the internet.
That what you think?
That's why it's so, I don't know, uniform. I mean, what? We've got something like 400 national reporters, another 2 overseas, and what do we run with? Paris Hilton's sex tape?
If you think
Which we
that's
got off a blog.
if you think that's how it works, why are you here?
Istanbul. Pfizer, Nigeria.
No one likes a kiss ass, Chad.
3 stories no one was running with before you picked up on them.
Tell your uncle that.
I have.
All right, tell me. Would you run it?
If it's there,
Yeah.
no.
Champion of the underdog.
I'm rich, Sarah. I like it.
Yeah.
It's...
No. Seriously, I don't get that. I don't... Look, you say we run what everyone else runs.
Don't want to lose the share.
Don't want to lose the share. So whatever gets the most hits.
We'll always have Paris.
How is that any different from what you were saying?
I don't follow.
You're rich. Don't lose it. Don't piss off Daddy.
Uncle.
Don't piss off Uncle Alan. Keep your head in the trough, nose to the food.
Whereas you...
Keep the market share. Don't rock the boat. Maintain audience. Build revenue.
People want what they want.
People want what I tell them.
True.
You know Japan? 3 agricultural ministers last year. 3. You know why? Each one was siphoning tax funds for their own private purposes. One even managed to commit suicide. You know what happened to the other 2?
Nothing?
Nothing. They just quit. No jail, no return funds.
You think that's all this is?
It's fraud.
You think this is just going to get brushed under the carpet?
Why not?
Then why run it?
Because it's news. We're not the police, we're a news station.
Might even help the market share.
Because you think I'll lose my job, my nose in the thing.
Gotta be in it to win it.
Yeah, well, I've got to watch this.
I'll watch it with you.
No, Valerie. Rich boys don't get to play in the mud. They might get their hands dirty and tarnish the silver.
It must suck being you.
I'm good at it.
And the 00 stuff?
Hmm?
Before the whole important stuff thing in the corridor?
Right? Yes. Listen. And this is important, all right?
Okay.
What do men want
Seriously?
for Christmas?
A longer hockey session. Season.
For Christmas!
Goodwill and peace to all men. No, wait. That might just be women.
If it was for a story.
I don't know. Something personal?
Excellent. Here's what I want you to do. Scour the land for something, a Christmas present, something a husband might want from his wife.
You're kidding me.
Something that might be considered personal.
This... You're kidding me. You didn't get David anything?
How'd you know we were married?
Seriously?
I did, but
It wasn't personal.
just get something, all right? I'm hopeless at this kind of thing.
For your husband.
If it's not too much trouble.
On Christmas Day?
You were so good with the coffee.
God damn it.
Thank you. See? I'll make sure your uncle knows how well you're doing.
Coming from you, that might not help.
Thank you.
You got that minute now?
Sure. What's up?
It's about Al. You know, the party last night.
I noticed there was something.
I think I need to make a claim.
claim?
You know, sexual harassment.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Yeah.
I mean, you're sure it was harassment and not just sexual?
Of course!
I mean, honest to God sexual harassment, not, God, you look hot, because you do look hot. And if it was just that and not something else, do you think it's maybe something that we can maybe get back to?
It was.
Because, I mean, there isn't a worse time.
He put his thing in my hand.
Where was your hand at the time?
On my leg.
I'm sorry. Really, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I think he shouldn't be allowed to do that,
He's not. Of course he is not. He won't be. I mean, he isn't. I promise. You were right to come to me with this. He was wrong, really, really wrong to do that. This kind of thing has no place, and I'm saying, there's a protocol about these things. Corporate has to get involved, and it's Christmas, and we're just kind of up against it.
I understand.
We'll do something about it, I promise. He was so wrong, and I'm sorry, and I just need to get through the next 90.
I understand.
Good. I hope so. Are you okay?
Is it real?
Yeah, I think it is. Well, real enough to run anyway.
Can we do that?
Sure, we're in the news division and this is news.
You think we should?
That I'm not so sure of.
Bruce won't go for it.
Tell me something I don't know.
In corporate?
Are you supposed to be in hair?
They've got 2 girls down there, and I go on last, so,
Right. I better get back to...
Yeah.
We'll do something about it. I promise.
Just not today.
I just need him for the next 90.
There's this thing, professionally and personally. I'm pretty, I dress well. I must want it, you know what I mean?
No, it doesn't work like that, I promise.
And then there's this weather girl thing. I'm a weather girl, so I must A, be dumb, and B, want it.
It doesn't work like that.
I have a degree in meteorology.
And I can't even pronounce it.
I'm not stupid.
And you're not an object. I promise. We'll get to this. Really.
You need him.
For the next 90, yes, I do. God help me.
Yeah.
We'll get to it, I promise.
Hey, get to what?
Close the door.
You've looked at it?
He's good. He's covered just about everything you possibly can. He's either going to get a Nobel or burnt at the stake.
It's real.
Real enough to run. Yes, shit, the papers could be fake. The priest could be,
Well, we sure he's a real priest.
he's listed on the Vatican website, photo and everything.
The Vatican have a website?
Vatican.va.
Wow.
That's one word for it. He's got it. It's a story. I don't see how we can't...
And you think they'll let you?
So, listen. What you were saying before, I need it.
What?
Whatever it is you have on Bruce.
Now?
I need to have it in my ammo.
You said you didn't want it.
And now I'm saying I do. If I've got to go toe-to-toe with that bastard over this story...
Hang on, you'd use it?
I don't know.
Honey, look, I know you're in a tight spot. Shit, an hour ago I was ready to use it myself. But for this?
I said I don't know.
And I'm saying there are battles and there are battles. But this, you get him. What about corporate?
Screw corporate.
And you think he's just not going to call him?
I just need to know. For now, all right?
I don't know.
David, I wouldn't ask if...
He's married.
Married?
England, 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Sarah, you can't run it. You know that.
What do you got there, Al?
Copy.
Already.
Thing writes itself.
And the other thing?
Next page.
How's the head?
Feels like a bear shot in my throat.
Really?
You watched it?
I skimmed. You know, the thing I can't get is how stupid they were. I mean, here we are, 2,000 years of secrets blotted out because someone doesn't know what CC means.
Carbon copy.
Really?
Think so. What it used to mean before everything went electronic.
Sarah, your husband's old.
This is good. I want to change the pejorative in the second paragraph, move it to passive, and we shouldn't have a problem.
The discovery has been made despite attempts to keep it from the general public and ecclesiastic scholars alike. Pejoratively, yeah, that'll work.
David doesn't think we should run the thing.
Really?
I'm not saying we shouldn't run it. I'm saying that we're not.
Come on.
Look, I think there's a lot that's gone on here over the last 6 months that's unfair. Hypocritical, even. And I don't think there's anyone in this room right now that thinks otherwise. And we are where we are. But to run this to get back at corporate? Come on! And Bruce is right. It's Christmas.
Come on! Ow. Come on. It's got nothing to do with this. We ran what we ran and that's it. We're goddamn news,
Don't give me the... Listen, you write the news, get it? You write the goddamn news, not the reporters. You, most of the time.
So?
It's scripted. That's the way it's supposed to be. Cute little asides on cue cards. That's right, Bruce. I've met your mother, and I think she'll be the first to join us in saying Merry Christmas to all our troops. Keep that eggnog coming, Mrs. B.
What's your point?
I'm saying I'm old, and I'm done. When Sarah goes, I go. I've been doing this a long time, but let's be honest with ourselves. We're a news show. We're not a news show, we're show news. There's 3 major wars out there at the moment, and only one of them is going to get any kind of cover. We got 20 minutes, and they've got 10 covering pages, so let's not pretend this is anything other than what it is. An attempt to go out in a blaze of glory, all guns firing. And this?
You don't believe it?
What's to believe? No, it's there all right. It is what it is. But to run a story like this without at least checking more thoroughly, 1 hour after you get it, 1 hour before air, let's not pretend it's anything other than what it is.
And what is it?
A chance to get back at the right. A chance to show the Christian right they can force you off the network, but they can't keep you quiet. A blaze of glory.
Gee, honey, what is it you're accusing me of? A lack of professionalism or religious bigotry?
Say what you like.
Oh, I will. That's twice in the last hour someone's accused me of being a Jew.
Say what you like.
It's not really an accusation, though, is it?
Say what you like, but this story, it's not going to run. 2 minutes from now, Bruce is going to walk in here, and 5 minutes after that, if he hasn't already, he's going to call Tom over at corporate, or Alan even, and there'll be no story. Not then. So if you guys keep talking about it, say what you want about it, but that second page better be complete, because that's what we're going to go with.
I married you, didn't I?
So?
You're a goyim.
You know what I never understood about Jews?
What?
Why is it the only race with a religion named after it? I mean, you can convert to it, can't you? So what do you say? I'm Jewish, but I'm not Jewish, if you catch my drift.
I think it's called Judaism.
Yeah, but you never hear a rabbi saying, you know, vengeance is not Judaish.
Shut up, Al.
Shut it up.
I never said that before.
What?
The leaving thing.
Well,
Yeah.
Have we dropped it yet?
Hang on. Chris? Yeah. How are you coming with the video? Yeah. Okay. Mind coming down here for 5 minutes? No. Now. If that's okay. I'd like senior staff.
We're not still on it, are we?
Hang on, Bruce. I'd like to get everyone down here before we start into something.
Fine.
And another thing. Hanukkah. I mean, what is that? It's not even the most important day on the Jewish calendar.
neither's Christmas.
Really?
Easter.
Well, let's run it at Easter then.
What's he talking about?
Al's becoming anti-Semitic.
Well, you did kill Christ.
Apparently not.
Point.
Jesus.
You know, I wouldn't, if you wouldn't mind not taking the Lord's name in vain. this conversation?
You're kidding me.
You do it a lot.
It's offensive.
Fine, whatever. You know, never mind.
Say it.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Say it.
I'd rather not, okay?
She's an atheist.
David.
I thought you were Jewish.
I am Jewish.
She just doesn't believe in it.
I believe in some of it.
You're not practicing?
You wear white after Labor Day.
How long? What? How long have we known each other?
Some things you don't ask.
You got that right.
You're not Judaish, then.
You see a mezuzah on the doorposts? You see me wandering around laying tefillin? You hear me muttering the Shema between segments?
Gesundheit.
God, I believe what I believe, okay? But what? And while we're at it, I don't see any of you kneeling in prayer before the show or whatever it is you're supposed to do. So can we please keep this on a professional level, okay, and not keep running off on little crusades?
Fine by me.
All right. We all know what we're here for. I'd like to go around the room. You know, I've looked at it, we've got what we've got, and it's there. I mean, we've run with a lot less for a lot more.
Yeah, but Bush could only kill us. God can send us to hell.
I want to know why we shouldn't run the piece, and I want to know now. And I swear to God, if one of you makes one comment, joking or otherwise, about my race having anything to do with this at all, I'll fire you. Here and now. Got it?
All right. I'll make this simple. You can't run it.
Why not?
Because it's wrong.
It's not. We've got hard copy evidence. We've got interviews. Is it the body of Christ or is it not the body of Christ? I don't know, but I do know that's what the church believes, and that's what they've been covering up for the last 2,000 years.
I don't mean it's wrong. I mean it's wrong morally. And for the sake of this conversation, I think we better call it the Catholic Church or Rome. Because I know a lot of evangelicals who are going to deny it.
How?
By faith. The power of believing in something unseen. I don't care if we run DNA tests on the Turin Shroud and find it an exact match. Mostly everyone in the Christian community is going to say it's not true.
So, last year they ran a conference in Iran claiming the Holocaust didn't happen, and over 5,000 people turned up. Doesn't change history. People can choose to believe what they want to believe. We're not saying they can't, but this is news.
So is the actress.
Oh, come on.
What?
He's saying that what's her name's
I know what I'm saying. The actress was news. It was, and you chose not to run with that. How is this any different?
It is, though.
People who believe are better than people who don't.
I don't even know what that means.
People who believe are better than people who don't. You want me to line up the long list of humanitarian atheists
What,
for you?
what did I just say
And
about
this
that?
has something to do with it, how?
People are people, Bruce. They don't need to believe in a deity to do something good.
game theory?
Tell that to the people working with AIDS victims. Tell that to the priests who work in some of the poorest areas of...
And you think they're going to stop that because we run this?
Exactly when did we start getting syndicated in Calcutta?
I think this is getting off the point.
Which is...
It's fraud.
She's right.
It's fraud.
I'm sorry, I don't see it.
How? What are you? How
Faith
can you not see
supersedes
this?
fact. Simple. The entirety of any religion is not based on facts surrounding its advent. It's about what happened afterwards.
Well, whoop-de-doo for Mr. Zen.
Sarah,
The Catholic Church is worth what? Several $billion worldwide, and a good amount of that was collected from people because they didn't know that the people they were giving the money to had a good faith basis to believe that the whole thing wasn't a crock of shit.
And again, the foundation of belief is not fact.
We sued tobacco. We're doing it now, not because cigarettes kill, but because the heads of the companies knew they did and lied about it.
Oh, come on.
These are facts. They're reported, and we've backed them up. That's news. End of story.
Since when did that matter?
Come on.
No, seriously. Since when did that matter?
Since I took over the show, that's when.
Really? Whatever happened to it bleeds, it leads.
9/11 happened to it.
Exactly. Now it's whatever frightens or makes you forget that runs.
I'm with Bruce on this.
Yes, they brought you in to sharpen up the news. Yes, you did a good job for a while. But let's not pretend that we don't have an agenda, that you don't have an agenda.
And you don't.
To what's right? Yeah, You run this story, and what's it going to prove? What? It's going to divide the church. It's going to divide the country. It's already dividing this show.
Not exactly hard to do.
It's going to pluralize everyone. The right, the left, everyone. You run this story and you're enticing a riot at Christmas. I mean, like people were going to take it well at any other time of year. But at Christmas?
If we don't run it, someone else will.
Then let them. Let this fall at their door. Let the New Yorker or someone do a piece on it. We're a major network with principles. Family principles to uphold.
Oh, bullshit!
You want to be the one who wrote the Killed Christ article? Go ahead. But not on my news show.
It's not your news.
And there it is, isn't it? You just don't want to be the one who comes out and says it, do you? It's not that you think this is morally wrong, it's that you think it's a bad career move.
So
Right? This thing has Pulitzer all over it.
So what? Yeah. I'm worried about my career. And you should be too. But I'm more worried about the effect that this will have on our society.
Bullshit. It's all self.
And no, I don't give a damn about the Pulitzer. This is wrong. I'm having nothing to do with it.
And you call yourself a journalist.
I don't. Actually, I'm not. I'm not a journalist. I've never pretended to be. I'm a presenter. I present the news. You think I don't know the difference? But this is me telling you, I'm not presenting this.
Chris.
I don't know. I mean, this is the biggest story since what?
9/11.
And we did such a bang-up job reporting that.
Which is the point, isn't it? I mean, why didn't we report everything? The Bin Ladens leaving the country? Everything. We knew it was happening, right? We just didn't want to get involved. We didn't want to go against the grain, so we kept our mouths shut.
This isn't the same.
We didn't report it because we didn't want trouble. How's that any different from this? I'm sorry, but I say we don't run this with what we have, then we're cowards. All of us. And we deserve every bad rating we've ever got.
All right. Let's take a vote on it.
Can I just ask why Josie isn't involved here?
The weather girl?
And why he's even still employed at this office?
Josie's not here because she's in here. And I haven't got time. We're voting now. Al?
Run it.
Chris?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Bruce?
No! Of course no! No!
David?
No.
Sorry?
Sorry, no.
All right. And I say yes. We run it.
I think you kept Josie out of this room so that the vote would go your way. And I think you kept him in a job for the very same reason.
Josie's in here, and even if she weren't, I'm producer of this show, and therefore get the majority ruling. Now, I've listened to argument. We're running the piece. Chris, I want you to go make sure we're set up in the control room. Work with Al on any time constraints. Al, get this on the prompter. Bruce, I need you to get down a hair. That'd be great.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I think I'm going to have to go over to corporate on this one.
I'm sorry? Well, that's a surprise. The rest of you, we're live in 34 minutes. Do what you do.
Want me to run tape on the other one?
Do what you think you have to.
I'm going to need the phone numbers for either Tom Philander or Alan Smith. Yes, I do realize the time. This is Bruce Baxter with the 9 a.m. news. And I'm going to need either a phone number or both if that's possible. No, that's fine. I'll get them on my mobile.